Hey, good afternoon, you guys. God bless you. I hope you've been having a wonderful day. Jay here with Clutch Detailing and Jay's Mobile Detailing. I wanted to go ahead and show you my process for my package, my mid-tier package called the Standard Detail. And this one includes both the interior and exterior of the vehicle. And you could definitely see that this vehicle is in need of that. So the story behind this detail is that the family ended up taking one last family road trip to Colorado, and as you can see, it definitely shows on the exterior, which is going to be our main focus later on in the video. But to kick everything off like usual, I like to start with the interior. That means that I blow everything out with my Tornador gun that you see me have in my hand right here, and that just really helps with getting all that debris just blown out of every little nook and cranny, and that way it just really helps with getting everything out in the open. That means blowing out the center console, the other crevices, and then the glove box as well, as you see right here. And as many of you know, especially from my past videos, I love a Tornador gun. You definitely need it, especially for these perforated seats or just interiors in general. It just helps so much with getting everything loosened up and out of those seats. So as you see right here, this shot, it looks clean, but once you end up using this air gun and blow everything out, you'll see actually what's hiding under those seats. So what I like to do, since this interior isn't too bad, is use my combo, my favorite combo, which is my Mchulloch 1385 steamer and my Tornador gun, and get into all those crevices. This definitely helps with not using so much APC, especially on a fairly clean interior like this. And you'll see right here, especially on those little side pockets on the center console, that's just a spot that can get really missed if you don't pay attention. You really have to kind of pull it off to the side. So my steamer definitely helps with breaking up all that gunk and loosening up and using my air gun to blow it out. So part of the reason why I really love using this combo is that, especially for leather seats, it really helps with having any gunk embedded in the crevices of the seats. And it definitely comes in clutch whenever I'm conditioning the leather, because I don't want to apply leather conditioner on top of a dirty leather seat. So I always like to steam clean the leather and then hit it with my leather conditioner. That way it's done perfectly and correctly. So what you saw me spray on here, as well as what you're about to see me spray on the carpet, is my APC, my Serrano sauce again, which is 10-to-1 degreaser with distilled water and 5 drops of Dawn dish soap. So what's great about this package is that it does not include shampooing, but it includes agitating and spraying the carpet. So the customer ultimately did not want to shampoo the carpet because they felt like they didn't need it, but they also wanted everything to look nice and uniform and dark, for whenever they end up selling it, it looks brand new again. So what I'm spraying on the seats, as well as the other trim and then the mats, is my Clean and Shine by Malco. Highly recommend it. It definitely comes in clutch whenever it comes to dressing and cleaning leather and trim and everything. And it gives it that nice matte finish with a little bit of sheen, and it does not make everything oily, as you see right here. So I wanted to go ahead and show you what it looked like afterwards, because it just looks so phenomenal, especially whenever you have that air gun. It makes everything look so nice and uniform. And again, it is not slick at all, and the customer ended up loving it. So after this, I end up hitting up the exterior, which we're about to start coming up soon. So to kick off the exterior, I already tried to do a little pre-spray on one panel with just my pressure washer gun, but nothing was budging on the paint. So what I did was the same APC that I use, rather than 10-to-1 with 5 drops of Dawn dish soap, I ended up doing 1-to-1, which was degreaser and distilled water and then my 10 drops of Dawn dish soap. And as you can see, after letting that sit for probably about 30 seconds, everything just melted right off and it looked phenomenal just to kick everything off. That way it doesn't gunk up my wash mitt or it doesn't have me, transferring all that dirt all around the vehicle and then scratching it, because regardless of even if they're selling it, I want to try and preserve the paint as best as possible and not damage it in the process of detailing it. And as you can see, I love using that even for like a bug removal. It is perfect and it just has bugs just melt right off whenever you're doing an exterior on the vehicle. I also love using it on like as a pre-spray for wheels and tires, but majority of the time I actually just use my Adams wheels and tire cleaner just because that has a little bit more kick to it, I find. Right after that, what I like to do is go ahead and do my final pass through with my foam cannon after getting all that gunk off. And then I like to go ahead and do the decals and all the trim first. That way I know for sure that I ended up hitting them first, but I don't have to go back over them should I end up missing a spot. And I like to go ahead and give that all my focus before I actually hit it with my wash mitt. After the final wash process, I end up hitting it with my Dewalt blower, my battery blower, just because no customer wants to drive off in the vehicle and they have water just dripping out of every little crevice and every little trim that they have. And then once I'm done blowing all that stuff out, the first thing that I like to hit are all of the inside door panels with my drying towel and all that, the stuff that usually isn't really paid attention to by the customer. That way, whenever they end up getting it, it is actually 100% done. And what you're seeing right here is I ended up putting just a little light polish, some dabs on this trim work, just because it looked kind of faded and ended up looking like it had like some gunk on it that normally the APC or just the regular wash wouldn't get. So what I ended up doing was just polishing majority of all of the trim on this truck just because a lot of it is chrome. And to close out this job, what I like to do with every customer is to go ahead and walk the vehicle with every customer, the inside and out. And it was definitely shown that it was a bittersweet moment for this customer to call this the final detail. But in the end, the customer loved it, I loved it, and I got that 5-star review. If you really like this video and my process for detailing, go ahead and hit that thumbs up below. Comment if you want to see anything else and what I do in my process or if you have any questions. But in the meantime, God bless you and have a great day.